Welcome back to Real Talk, an arts and life segment all about movies and the latest in the film industry. I'm your host, Paris Barraza, and today, myself and the staff at the Daily 49er will be discussing some of the best horror films out there in honor of Halloween approaching. If you're in the mood for a slow burn horror film, Ari Aster's Hereditary creeps up on you with one huge sucker punch in the first act that proves Aster is not interested in telling a traditional tale. Every scene in this film is deliberate, which means you'll definitely want to pause for any disruptions. With a fantastic, chilling score and an amazing performance by actress Toni Collette, this film truly haunts you long after the credits roll.
It's heartening to see so many strange new faces here today. I know my mom would be very touched and probably a little suspicious.
Thanks, Paris. My favorite horror films definitely has to be Halloween, the original from 1978, and the new reboot that just came out in 2018. There is just something about the essence of these films, really. John Carpenter is an incredible composer and director, and what I think is just so horrific about these movies is it's not some crazy demonic possession. It's not some CGI kind of fantasy character. Like, people like Michael Myers exist and have existed, and it's a very real antagonist. And I think that's what's so scary about it, is you can really picture yourself in this film experiencing what's being experienced. So the music is, like I said, John Carpenter's fantastic. Just, it really puts you on the edge of your seat, but it's a gorgeous film. The reboot that just came out really does a great job of playing off of the original and developing that storyline, and I hope that they continue with it. But Halloween 1978 and 2018 definitely have to be my favorite horror films of all time.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978. He was shot by his own psychiatrist and taken into custody that night, and has spent the last 40 years in captivity.
Now, here's Bel Reyes and Luke Pajari from the multimedia team to tell you about their horror picks.
Thanks, Paris. So one of my favorite movies from 2019 was Amazon's The Vast of Night. While not your traditional horror movie, it offers a nostalgic mystery that is incredibly fitting for your cold movie nights. Set in New Mexico in the 1950s, 2 friends set out to find the cause of a mysterious sound that keeps reoccurring in their small town. With such eerie writing and an original voice alongside with it, this movie gives you everything you wanted and things you never thought you wanted. And now, here's Luke Pajari.
Number, please.
Hello? Is this Lee? Large object holding over my land like a spear.
Thanks, Abel. My personal favorite horror movie, and one that definitely deserves a spot in the conversation, is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining from 1980. This is one of the best psychological horror movies ever made, in my opinion. The Shining succeeds in scaring you with how little insight you're given as a viewer. You can't really put a definitive answer on what's happening with Jack, Danny, or the Overlook Hotel, but you know something sinister is there. Ultimately, what scares us most is the unknown, and The Shining leaves you with an unsettling experience that still holds up.
Here's Johnny!
And to wrap it up, here's Nicholas James, a staff writer at the 49er, with his horror pick.
Thanks, Paris. My favorite film has to be Na Hong Jin's 2016 masterpiece, The Wailing.
What looks to be a simple story of a police officer attempting to solve murders in a village goes deeper into a world of shamanism and demonic possession. This film is creepy, unsettling, and horrifying, with stunning visuals and wonderful directing. Despite its 2-hour runtime, every second is worth the watch, and I cannot recommend another horror movie after watching this masterpiece.
이렇게 소문이 받아온 말이오? 무슨 이유가 있는 거요? 이유가...
요새 자꾸 동네에서 사람 죽어나가는 거.
That does it for this episode of Real Talk. Thanks for tuning in, and have a safe and spooky Halloween.